California is passing so many laws and bills and whatnot. I really wish that before they talk, they have to give us their credit card.
Mike 0 Fox X-Ray Bravo. Welcome to my channel and to this live stream. We've got the Icom 705 alongside the UV5R live. So we're going to start off listening to HubNet, which is a node here in my home, and we're going to listen on the 705 for a bit, and then we'll listen on the Baofeng UV5R.
From Amazon, we see that an iPhone for $1,149 was charged to your account, and we think it might be fraudulent. Did you order this? So, depending on my mood, I'll either say, yeah, I ordered it, or no, I didn't. They want me to get onto the internet to as they say, get a form. But basically, it's, hey, look, if there's a charge, I'll take it up with Citibank, but thank you for your time. But I'm fascinated with how clever some of these people are. Sometimes they're actually pretty good. Other times they're just, embarrassing. And for some reason, everybody from the IRS who calls has a very strong accent. I guess they're not hiring any native-born Americans at the IRS anymore.
Well, maybe IRS is trying to save the taxpayers money, and they're having people from India call, and that way they can get a discount rate on it. So, hey, I don't have time for that stuff. And my phone is right here. I got my little four and a half desk wrapped around me, There's a cubby hole to sit in here, and I got top to bottom, radio scanners and a couple of TVs and broadcast radio stuff, and I don't get around so well, and doing the phone ring, it kind of annoys me, really. So I've taught my friends identify if they want to talk to me, so just as well. And even the ones say, well, you want to press 2 or 3 or press 8 to eliminate this call or something. No. Don't ever push those buttons, because that's setting you up for something else. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's terrifying. There's a real person at the other end. The other one I like are the recorded ones, which, hi, this is John. Can you hear me? Which are like recorded, and it's some of them are actually pretty clever. And I just say, "Are you a real person?" And they say, "Why did you ask that?" And then you say something like, "Well, who's the president of the United States?" And then they can't answer, and you hang up on them. I was going to ask, what you said you've been retired for 21 years or something. I'm wondering what field you retired from.
I retired. I think about what you say to ask them a question. I might remember that someday if I happen to screw up and pick up one. I'm retired from the communications world. I was in the Navy for 12 years, and which ultimately, through training, put me in the submarine service for a bunch of years. And then after 12 years disability, I came out of the service and went to more schools, and then I worked for Swan Corporation, fixing broken Swan radios up in Oceanside, and things went on, and then the maritime industry opened up.
Right,
and,
so there you go. That's the a local node that's coming into my 705. So let's turn it up on the Baofeng, see what it sounds like.
I shipped out maritime in 78 until 2000. I retired in the first part of 2001.
It's a bit dark. The screen goes into timeout. Let's turn it off and on so you can see the screen.
Channel mode. They basically don't have radio operators anymore, and I'm wondering if that's true today with the I'll call them the freighters, the commercial ships.
The laws have changed, Bob. They've gone under this GMDSS. That's Golf Mike Delta Sierra Sierra. Okay, what
Menu.
is for is eliminated Morse code. And it sets up all basically some side communications and frequencies on 2182, dress code, channel, stuff like that. And now there's region. Say up and down. No, you don't have to have a radio.
Backlight selection.
But on this crop
Confirm.
as and whatnot,
Right.
various
You
distance.
change the backlight to orange. You might be able to see it better.
Channel mode.
Yeah, you got to have a radio operator on board. Of course, now I've been away from all that for 21 years, so they may have changed again, because one thing I did when I retired, I quit following the law. My last trip aboard ship is when they shut down CW, and they said sayonara, and I said sayonara, and the ship pulled into Florida, and I got on a plane and came home. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. The reason I mentioned, I know a lot of the cruise ships are using satellite technology of all sorts, including for telephone communications and all sorts of stuff. And we were up in the bridge of one of these cruise ships, and it's like a gigantic video game. No wheels. They use joysticks. It's like operating a big video game. It's really kind of cool.
Yeah, high tech. Well, I never had one of those ships. Now, I was a tech on board, and I was radio electronics officer, and I maintained the communications and the radars, and many times get called down to the engineering department and stuff like that. So I had my hands into all kinds of things. And thank goodness for the U.S. Navy and its training, for sure. And got to put it to use. But yeah, they've gone a long ways. Yeah, they've gone a long ways since I was there. But the basic entry, on GMDSS is it's just the basic. No one like having maybe a third-class radio telephone permit or something like that. You know how to pick up the mic and talk, and to get the toothbrush out of your mouth first. And then you move on to the fourth level of maintenance. You got to be able to pull and swap boards and stuff like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, WA670 UV5R, I was going to say, I can't imagine there being much component level repair aboard a ship, because I think, with all the flow soldered boards and everything, and everything's plug-in, I would have thought everything is, swap the cards and have redundancy. And it's funny you mentioned the third-class license. I have a first radio telephone, or had a first. It's now called a general class radio telephone. They combine the first and the second, so I have now, I guess it's called a general class. But when I was more...
Right, okay. Well, that's the Baofeng. So as you know, the Baofeng, it's a shame that the backlight doesn't stay on, but it doesn't. It's VHF, UHF radio. You've got AB band. You've got a broadcast radio. You can hit the broadcast. It's a very good radio, especially if you use it with like a node at home. It works well, and the audio via a node works really good. I've got an All-Star micro node here, and it works brilliant. Yeah, you got your flashy little torch. Sorry about all the banging. Got your flashy little torch as well. You push the which button is it? The top one, I think. It could be. Do you know what I'm trying to remember now? Is it that one? There you go. Got your torch as well. What more do you want? And it's got an alarm if you hold it down, and it's got, you know, it's got a keypad as well. Yeah, sorry about the view behind me has gone a bit bright, but it's fine. You can still see. Right, so let's just flick through the memory channels and see if we can find anything.
Yeah, okay, Bob. Very good on the first. Yeah, that was disheartening on the first phone when they dropped that down to a general radio phone. You know, that was the FCC, man. Just really busting our chops for having studied. And
see if we can find much. Only doing a quick live section. That's my that signal's coming from my open spot, but that's no good.
Let's go.
That's a local
I got a little carried away when I start talking
local
about
node,
birds
that
and,
is.
animals we love and stuff like that.
In his skin. Incredible.
That's your broadcast radio. Trying to get something simplex, to be honest. 2 meters. Let's just tune down. See if we can pick anything up. Try a different antenna. We're just picking up the local nodes, to be honest. We'll just swap antennas and see if it makes any difference a minute. Got a couple of collinears down here. Right, got this antenna. Well, less interference on that one, but are there any more signals? No, we're just picking up the same. So, okay, well, you know, like the 705, you know, band-wise, that you've got all these bands. HF, 6 meters. Broadcast radio. And you've got the super duper scope, of course. Let's select in the scope. When there's a signal, that is. And then with the Baofeng, you know, it's for what you pay, it's actually brilliant. You've got a keypad radio, it's dual watch receive. You've got channel mode, frequency mode.
John's, which, you know, by coincidence, the president's name was Donald
and
John.
lots of nice LEDs flashing away on the Baofeng. They have a different appeal altogether. I'd say pound for pound, the Baofeng is better value. The 705 is like your cutting edge radio, isn't it? So there you go. I've done a recording of this already, but I just thought I'd do 5 minutes live stream. So tell me what you think in the feedback of the comparison between the 705 and the UV5R. Yeah, different ends of the scale, aren't they? 7.3, all the best.